Okay, welcome to the channel. I'm a UK reseller. I buy and sell antiques, collectibles, and anything weird and wonderful I like, and hope to flip it for a profit. What can I say? I buy at car boot sales, which is a swap meet or flea market, and sell on my website, which is just there. Now today, the purpose of today's video is to share a little haul with you. I've been out buying. I've had some beautiful things, some private, some from the boot sale. So hope you enjoy having a look. So I'm going to start off with my favorite, or one of them, which is a simple copper. Well, it's going to be a copper planter. What it was originally, I don't know. Now, if you look at that base and look at that, it's actually part of something. Now, it has a brass plaque on the front here. I'm hoping you can read that, which reads Chas Hearson and Co. Limited, London SE1. Now, I searched that company up, and they specialize in scientific instruments, and have even worked for the military. You can read that. So, what is it? It's obviously part of something much larger, maybe for catching coolant, water fluid, or something like that. But this is going to make an amazing copper planter on somebody's windowsill. This plaque here really adds something to it, being that the fact, one, it's a good London maker, two, scientific, always sells. Now, I purchased that privately. I paid £30 for it, but I'm going to be asking about £85. So £30, about $50. And I'm going to be asking about £85. So you can work that out from there. Really nice, interesting thing. Its exact use, I don't know. For all I know, it could be from a giant, massive fridge. I don't know. But all I know is it's scientific. And that brass plaque on the front really does add something for me. Next, I purchased this from a car boot sale. This is an absolute stunner. It's got that sort of Odeon geometric shape. It's in sterling silver, fully stamped on the back, down there, sterling silver, and we have an Art Deco clock. Now that cost me a whole £2, $3. Now there is a downside. I actually unscrew these bolts to take it off, to wind it up and just check it all over, and there is actually no movement inside. So they've kept all the housing, they've kept the face and everything else on the frame, but it will need a new movement inside the clock. In complete working order, they're selling for £200. As is, I think it's £75, £80. You can put a movement in there, relatively simple, any movement. You could even put a battery movement in it now if you wanted, just to have it working. So that's the main thing, is the silver and the Art Deco shape and period. So £2 at a car boot sale. Love it. Next one come in from the same seller as the copper pot privately, before the car boot sale even started. And this is a English sterling silver jug, fully hallmarked, as you can see there. Now the maker's mark is rubbed. Now that actually counts as damage with silver. Even though it's got no splits, no repairs, no solders, the fact the hallmark, or the maker's mark in this instance, is rubbed is actually classed as some form of damage with the collectors. They're like crisp hallmarks. However, beautiful, heavy, elegant jug, sterling silver. You can still read every single hallmark, just struggling with the maker's marks. It is 154 grams, give or take, of sterling silver. Scrap value on 154 grams, £75, £80. And that's exactly what I bought it for, scrap. I paid £70, which is about $100 for a solid silver or sterling 925 grade. I say solid because it's not plated, but 925 grade jug. And if anybody's wondering who this is, it is Michael Keaton. Hello. Don't say that name 3 times, whatever you do. Okay, moving along. I purchased this. Some people I know were clearing an equestrian shop near to myself, and they had this bronze horsehead door knocker with the original piece that goes on the door. So you're banging this, not the door. Look at the patina on that. Now, I wouldn't say it's extremely old. It's probably mid-20th century, something like that. I don't know. An old equestrian shop. It'd been on the front door for many years. Or at least that's the story I was given today. Anyway, I love the three-dimensional horse. Beautiful. It's quite nicely cast as well. And it's got this beautiful verdigris all over it. It really is turning green, which is really nice. It has only got one screw, unfortunately, but that's neither here nor there to replace a screw for there. And that owes me £12, so about $16. I think that's £35, £45 of anyone's money. This came off the boot sale or flea market, but it came off a dealer. What we have here is a 9-carat gold owl brooch set with ruby eyes. Now it is fully hallmarked. The hallmarks are that difficult to read. I acid tested this morning. That's where you can see the different color inside. That's where the acid was on it. And it tests up as 9 or 18. But it is fully stamped and hallmarked. I just couldn't get a clear view of the hallmarked ID, but it is there. Now, it's 5 grams, which is about 75, pushing maybe £80 of scrap. I've paid 90 for it, so I've paid a tenner above scrap. But it is a beautiful brooch. It really is absolutely stunning. And I see it probably 195 for a 9-carat gold owl with ruby eyes. That's what I'm going to be putting in. I'm going to be doubling my money. So, beautiful quality item. Next, I purchased these at the flea market, car boot sale in Gethley. And you can, little clue there, what's that there? That is my burn mark off my acid. That will clean off. That comes off with the wadding, like Silvo or Brasso. Now, these were in a tub, like so, full of forks and knives of EPNS. I picked them out and I was having a look. And inside is a set of hallmarks. Now, here's a little tip for you. They were so worn, I couldn't read them. And the lion patent is gone and everything. They've rubbed to the point there's nothing there. But what made me know it was silver at the car boot sale was if it had been silver plate and it worn to the point the marks had gone, you would see the nickel or brass showing through. The fact it was still white metal and it'd been that rubbed and worn over the years from cleaning that the hallmarks have gone, I knew it was silver. However, I still dropped some acid on there just to double check. 50 grams of sterling silver there for £1. You can't argue with that, can you? I've had quite a bit of jewellery this week, to be honest with you. I've got a real nice little selection of charms and pendants. These are all in sterling silver and with enamel. So first of all, we have a little hot air balloon. Silver and enamel. Now, it's got that loop there, but normally you'd have another loop to go onto the bracelet. When they've come off the bracelet, obviously it's been cut. But it's in lovely condition. I've also had this little car. So double-sided enamel. That's what I mean by a loop. The others haven't got their loop, but and I've had a little boat. Now this one's got his loop, and this one is fully stamped up. Sterling, 925. So there's that one. Then I had this one. Now, I've already got one of these up on the website. These are pulling £20-25 on their own just for this one, which is an old Vespa or Lambretta scooter. They are very, very sought after. Again, this one's got its loop. And again, if I could, I'll try and show you. I don't know whether it'll pick it up. You can see the mark on there, hopefully. I don't know if you can or not. But it is fully stamped up 925 just by there. Anyway, I had all those charms for £2. So 4 charms, 50 pence a charm. They were £2, which is not $3. And as I've said, I've already got one of those listed at £25, and I've sold a few already at 20 to 25. So they sell for that figure. I don't know about the hot air balloon, although I think that is going to be very desirable. The boat and car, maybe not so much. But that is a real nice little job lot. In amongst it for 50 pence were these, which I'm assuming are a pair of garnet earrings. I'm assuming they are in sterling silver, and they were 50p. They're a little bent up at the moment. I got to straighten all that out. And if they break, they'll go into the scrap pot. But at the moment, they're all right. Now we come to some beautiful pieces of silver. Let's start off. Of the jewellery, this is the one. I'm really hoping you can see this. Look at the fire in them opals. And in between them, you have marquisites. It's probably, looking at it, it might be a 1930s, 1950s opal and sterling silver bracelet set with marquisites. Really, really nice thing. Now, the lady had this on the stall, and she said, I want £30 for it. Do not make me a silly offer. And I wasn't going to anyway. I said, they're the best prices. And she said, yes. It's fully stamped up there. But those opals are stunning. And set with marquisites. So I've got that one. And then I had this one, which again is absolutely stunning, which is sterling silver with amethyst. And like a T-bar link for joining them. So the T-bar would go through. So, and that's how they would be put together. And that is really nice, beautiful, pale, but really nice amethyst. Now I paid £40 for the two. If you like, £20 each. But in all honesty, it was $30 for the opal and $10 for the amethyst. Which is, let's say, $40 for the opal bracelet and about $14 for the amethyst, which you've got to admit is an absolute steal. I haven't looked at the values yet. The opal, I can tell you now, is going to be north of 3 figures. It's going to be well into 3 figures, 100 plus. The amethyst one's probably about £45-50. That's my opinion of them. Then I had 3 others for £15, which is £5 a piece. So first of all, we had this, which is a nothing bracelet. In my opinion, it's just like a Hugs and Kisses, a cheap version of Hugs and Kisses, in sterling silver. That was a £5. And I bought it for a £5 because it came with these two for a £5. They were £15 for the 3, which at a £5 each, about $7 each. And then I had this one, which is full of butterflies, which again, I think I've got opals in the wings. I'm not sure. It might be shell. I'll have to have a good look in daylight. It could be shell. By the way, little butterfly bracelet. Now, some of the wings are missing some bits of enamel, shell, opal, whatever it is. I've noticed a couple of the wings are missing a few bits, but they're still really, really nice for a £5. And then we have this one. Now, I haven't researched the mark yet. It's not in English. It's in a different language. Toujup Fideli. I'll have to look that up. That could be the designer. But what we got here is a bracelet that looks very much like Iona silver with all the Viking ships and things. And again, that was a £5. So I'm going to have to check that up. Now, there's some cotton up here, and I asked him straight. I said, is that damaged? And he reckons no. He reckons that is where the price tag was. So I'm going to have to check. If it's damaged, I may have to have the link resoldered. And it'll be worth it for this piece, trust me. This is going to be a valuable piece. If it is Iona silver, it's going to be a valuable piece. So, really pleased with that. So they were a £5 each. The butterflies, again, they're probably £30-40. Hearts and Kisses is a cheap version. It's £10 or £15 near the end of there. But the Iona silver, if that is Iona silver, I'm going to have to check that designer out. Wouldn't surprise me if it's sort of £50 to £75. Where are we at? I think this is going to be the last piece in today's video. I think, and it is a big one. I'd say standing at 2.5 feet tall. We have a large pub mirror for Ford. I'm not sure is there a Model T Ford on the front, more than likely. Ford Motor Company, Detroit, Michigan. And we have a large pub mirror in good condition, advertising Ford. And it's got to be 2.5 foot tall. 2 foot, 2.5 foot tall. That cost me a tenner. Big, huge mirror like that cost me a tenner. I think it's sort of £50 to £75, I'd guess. Haven't looked them up yet. It's all come in fresh this morning. I'm super excited to get working with it. I'm going to get it filmed, listed, researched and listed, and then packed away so I can move on because I got a busy week. I don't know if you've seen, I've started filming in the garage. I've got 4 or 5 films waiting to be edited to be released on the garage finds because I'm up to my eyeballs in the garage. I'm finding some amazing stuff. 18th century books, prints, engravings, porcelains. I found the Chinese vase in the garage, filmed it, listed it, sold it within 24 hours, and then put the film out 2 weeks later. That's how quick it sold, and it's been sat in there. That Chinese vase at the end of the first video sold, received money in, £125, and that's been sat in that box in there for 10, 15 years. That's just one vase. So God knows what's in there. I'm super excited. And I'm now filming at car boot sales, but I'm only allowed to film at the one car boot sale. So, yeah, better than nothing. Bought myself a head camera and I'm walking around filming, so you get to see when I'm at that car boot sale what I buy there. So make sure you check those out. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed some beautiful, beautiful things and some real cheap bargains. I'll see you soon.